The Sun and pro-Palestine protesters have teamed up with Just Stop Oil. Maybe they could form a new group called Just Stop Israel, Paul.
Oh, as the Scots would say, Jings Crivens help me boo up.
Would they?
I've literally never said that.
Oh, they do. I know at least one of them that does. Pro-Palestine protesters and eco-zealots join forces to surround British Museum as tourists bar from entering. Well, it is the weekend, Nick, and we know what happens at the weekend, don't we? The protesters come out and they protest. But what they've collaborated now and become this supernova of idiots. Basically, I can't think of any other. This is what we've got now, haven't we? They can't make enough trouble on their own because we're all ignoring them now. So they've come together like we've got to do something. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to stop tourists getting into the British Museum. So basically, the people that are paid to come to this country and do those sort of things have missed out. The rest of us couldn't care less.
It's a kind of supergroup, isn't it? It's like when Sting came together with Rod Stewart and Bryan Adams for the All for Love 1993. It's much like that. But it's bad optics for Palestine, isn't it, for the Palestine cause? Because, let's be honest, if we looked at it dispassionately, their cause is kind of winning in the court of public opinion, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And this is not going to help them, especially because what can we really do in Britain anyway, domestically? It doesn't really make any sense. So I think this is actually bad for them because everyone hates Just Stop Oil, whereas Palestine has a lot of sympathy at the moment in the world.
Yeah, I'm not sure that everybody has a lot of sympathy for the anti-Israel protesters. I know I don't. And also, it just shows that, both organisations have lost all focus of what their core issue is. I mean, Hamas are not a low-carbon organisation. They are an organisation revolved around using weapons and all kinds of wheeled vehicles and burning diesel and things like that.
And that's the worst thing about them, isn't it?
Yes. Net zero.
Well, you could. I mean, if you're Just Stop Oil, I mean, it's all ideologically motivated. Just Stop Oil should love any military action because it reduces people's carbon footprint to zero. But also, it just shows, Just Stop Oil, for a fact they'll be in favour of open borders when if you bring somebody into the UK from somewhere like Sierra Leone, their carbon footprint goes up exponentially, goes up like 150 times. So they're obviously not actually motivated by reducing carbon. They're motivated by something else, and I think it's spreading communism.
Yeah, and you make a good point, actually, that the Palestine protesters are kind of hated because they disrupt things in London. But Palestine itself, I'm just objectively looking at it, I'm not saying my view, seems to be kind of winning the battle of public opinion versus Israel at the moment. Or it's close.
I think in the sort of noisy young people who are on social media a lot, it's sort of winning. But I think in the sort of, sensible majority, we're still sort of, in favour of civilization.
OK, well, there's a funny little extra detail that Just Stop Oil are pushing their new youth demand strategy after admitting they're too white and middle class. And guess who's working on that? It's Olive. It's a funny end to that serious story.